Sturgill Simpson, Cuttin Grass, Volume 1, put shop section. Packaging is fantastic. Good gatefold, great photography, great prints, all matte, semi-gloss. Looks great. Also comes with an outer sleeve of high quality. I put these on all of my records anyway, so I love that this is included. Hype sticker on the bag. It is opaque yellow and green. But yeah, it is overall physically really, really great. Music, it's bluegrass. It's traditional bluegrass. It's bluegrass the way you expect it. But it doesn't sound old, obviously. It's a brand new recording. Does have a little bit of a produced feel to it for bluegrass. A lot of bluegrass records have a little more of a live and relaxed feel. This definitely does sound very much like a formal recording session. Mastering on this album is very, very good. Final print reviews on Discogs that I saw were not great. I've not looked in other places, and I kind of have to agree with them. On this one, I would kind of put it at C, B minus all the way around. It's definitely heavier vinyl. It's not necessarily labeled 150 gram or anything, but it is on the heavier side. No idea where it's pressed. Didn't even think to look into that, honestly. So if you know, feel free to tell me, and we can maybe start watching out for that a little more in the future. But yeah, overall, this pressing is pretty okay. You can tell the mastering's good, but I would stream it if you're listening for the music all day, every day. The vinyl's fun. It's fun to own. Collectivity on this one is not that big. It is, they didn't have any sort of limited numbering with the indie exclusive. And there is a Vinyl Me Please exclusive that is an alternate cover, different coloring, and I think that one is going to, and that was 2,500 limit, so I think that one's always going to hold pretty significantly higher value if you're in this for the collector's market of it. Sound, a lot of crackles and pops throughout, even after cleanings. And really just kind of, I wouldn't say fully disappointing. I would definitely spin this again. I would, spin it, maybe not regularly. It's not my favorite style of music, but it is good. It's a good sample of what bluegrass can be. And I was kind of expecting to be bored going through the whole thing front to back. But I really wasn't. It really kind of keeps it engaged. It's musically very, very well executed. And the pressing is really the only thing that lets it down. And don't get me wrong, it's not the worst pressing in the world. It's not like one where I want to call and try to get my money back. Wasn't offensively priced. I think given the packaging, I think it was pretty appropriately priced, but definitely could have been better. This is certainly not a reference album. Pops and clicks throughout, especially side C for my specific copy, was probably the roughest of all of it. The music is enjoyable enough to really sit back and get through most of it. I think at the very end of side A, I had a little bit that was full-on distracting, and side C, the service noise, particularly between tracks, was pretty rough. So purchase versus stream it? Stream it. If you want to own it for the novelty and for the collector factor, it's fun. It's a good one to own. It's definitely not going to rocket in value, I don't think, anytime, unless Sturgill wins a bunch of Grammys. Or unless you really have a factor of chasing the fact that this is a volume or completing, owning all of them. But yeah, overall, medium on the pressing. It's still fun, still listen to it, but I wouldn't go out of my way for it. I'll be keeping it, glad I own it, but certainly not reference material. Thanks.